take a nice ride through Salem, Oregon. I think though you don't really know where you're going until you really study where you've been, and for us that's where our family's been. So let me take you back just a little ways. There's always been sort of a little bit of a rebellious streak that runs through the family. My father definitely had it. He passed it on to us. My brothers definitely have it. And sometimes I think me the most, but I think that's why Pop really chose me to kind of be the catalyst behind this whole thing. There was no choice for me, you know? There was no, oh, I'm gonna be a doctor, or oh, I'm gonna go and be a lawyer, you know? There was never any of that, you know? I think by the time I came around, I think he saw himself most in me. And I don't think my brothers would argue that.
The person I have the most tension with is definitely Smoke, because, he thinks he's going to be the star of this band. And Mom and I, it's not the way we were going to have it. Mom always wanted me to be out front. She wanted me to be the leader. She wanted me to be the star. And so there's always a little tension between Smoke and I, because he thinks he's going to fill that role. But, Popeye, Chia, we know that Cat is the man. He's the driving force. He makes this thing go.
What the fuck is the mic doing on this side?
Uh-oh.
Check.
Testicles.
I mean, you guys are fucking lost.
Testicles.
Everyone in this fucking band is lost. You know what I'm saying? Dude, you don't even know what's happening here. I have a lot of tension with my brothers. I'm the youngest and I'm the most out front. I'm the most vocal. It's not easy for me, but one thing I demand is respect, and I think I show it to them, and I think they show it to me, and I think that's what's going to make us work out in the long run.
Sometimes I just want to take him, squeeze his neck, and because he just takes such control sometimes, and it's his show, it's his band, it's his this, it's his that.
I told you, deal with me, okay? I'll give you the true story. I'll give you everything you need to know. They're gonna color it, okay? They're gonna make Caleb out to be an enemy. I won't have it, okay? He was really good to me, so. Anytime you have a question about us, you see me in the studio. You see me. I wrote everything. I did everything. This is because of me. Deal with me. Great job, bro.
When Dad called us back, it was pretty dire, and I talked to Mom, and I knew, I got the follow-up call. He called, like to get you guys home. All of a sudden, well, okay, but what? Next thing you know, Mom calls like, he's dying. You gotta come home, son.
You want to know about my father, Caleb? What do you want to know about him? What a great guy he was? Or what a prick he was?
People ask me what really killed my relationship with my father. And, Popeye, our oldest brother, he's several years older than I am. And what my father, Caleb, put him through was, something for the ages.
Actually, my earliest memories were pretty good. I can remember Caleb coming home from work, and I'd be sitting on the floor playing with my toys, and I would anxiously be waiting for him to maybe come home with a new one, and he would often do that. Then I come to find out he got hurt on the job, and wasn't going back to work. And the next thing I know, he's gone. I don't see him anymore for quite a while. He's at the bar all the time. Coming home, then he's in a good mood. Now he's drinking all day until the switch flipped, and then the ugliness came out, and the cursing and the screaming and the throwing, and the occasional hitting, and just the verbal abuse and words I can't even say now.
I remember, young, maybe I was 3 years old, and he would make Popeye sit behind a drum set and just beat it into him, and literally, bam, bam. I think maybe a couple times a stick, back of Popeye's head a couple times. And I was scared of that.
Many times I went to bed and I was told I'd be dead in the morning. Don't you go to bed, don't you do this. You'll be dead by the time you wake up, and you won't be waking up.
Caleb was hard on Popeye because he kind of resented the fact that Popeye wanted to up and leave his brothers behind.
As I got older, I couldn't wait to get out of that house because the abuse just got worse and worse. And as bad as I felt about leaving my brothers behind, I finally had to leave him and get out of there and go down south. And then I get the call that from my next to youngest brother, Dad's not doing too good. And in fact, he looks like he's not going to make it. Why don't you get up here and say goodbye to the old man? And at first I had so much resentment towards doing that, I really didn't want to see him because I had a lot of bad feelings. I also thought, well, you know what, you better suck it up because you may not get a chance to say goodbye, and it may do yourself some good to say goodbye and to forgive. When I came up, he was on his deathbed. He wasn't looking too good. All the brothers were around. I asked him to leave the room because I had to say some things to him privately.
When the four of us were there, Caleb pulled me aside. Well, I pulled me into him. Take this, go with it. And I said, take what, go with it? And he said, the music.
He kind of did it again to me. I don't know if he did it to everyone. I know he did it to me. I know he did it to Chia, where he reiterated how serious he was. And that night he passed.
When Uncle Caleb passed away, I guess Popeye decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to fulfill a prophecy. And he made amends with the rest of my cousins, and the rest is history.
We were going to finally do something that was bigger than ourselves. We were finally going to do something together that not only would mend all the fractures that we have, but that was going to give us a real legacy.
How I feel about the Bilsby brothers now is that in some ways Dad's passing was the best thing that's ever happened. To me personally, and I think for the brothers. We couldn't be getting along any better than we have our entire lives. We're just having a great time. Our fans love us. Our music is great. We love making music and we love making it together.
What's it like, man? What's it like being back together with the Bilsby brothers? You know, you guys are making music. Things are really turning the corner. You guys are doing good. What's it like? And I say to them, it's very similar to Beatlemania. It's Bilsby mania with, just without the catchy tunes and all the screaming women.
Because of Caleb, the Bilsby brothers have now been playing almost 1 year, and we are on to bigger and better things for 2019.
Yeah, wow, here we are. Unbelievable. This is where it all started. Wow, man, it's crazy being back, we haven't been gone that long, but it feels like a long time. This is where Mom used to sell pies and other stuff that she baked on Sundays. They'd come and we set up a little table right here. So, we really kind of had the idyllic life, And then there's the house up there. It's been in disrepair for many years because, like I said, we haven't been around. So it's a shame, but, Mom couldn't take care of all this on her own. Not anymore, it was first the house, Grandpa built the house, and then Dad built all of this. And I think with the barn down there, that was really like his, he thought that was going to be his music workshop, he was a man with his hands. He did work on tools, but he did love the barn. He just made it a musical. And then, in the living room there, in the front room, that's a lot of the instruments were there too. That's where we started playing. But definitely growing up like this gave us a real real schooling in music. I tell you what, being back here sure conjures up some memories, really does. But as much as I love being back here, I can't wait to get home with my brothers.
Welcome to the Saint. For those of you who don't know me, I am Cousin Gotzi.
It was Chia who kind of suggested Asbury Park. I think the reason was because he had moved to Manhattan, and then he was in, he moved to the suburbs in his later years, and he lives in Asbury now.
No one's had it tougher than four brothers growing up in Salem, Oregon, coming across this beloved country, and where do they wind up? The greatest state, New fucking Jersey, in one of the coolest towns, Asbury fucking Park, at one of the most famous venues, the fucking Saint. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please?
It's a real vibrant scene, and I think that he saw an opportunity there for us to kind of, get a fresh start.
I'm the one who sees the direction, and I'm the one who's helping craft this thing. And to be honest, this is all on me right now. The Bilsby brothers are playing live. We're playing out there because I convinced Popeye, Cat, and Smoke to come to the East Coast, where I actually started a life years ago.
It all kind of just made sense at that point, and we're super glad that we made that decision, because Asbury's been a godsend. We love it. We love the people there. They've been so kind to us, and we couldn't imagine doing it anywhere else.
We're bound by this thing. We're chained by it. I mean, we have this brotherly thing. It's not something that you can just go home and forget about. Whether or not you want to be brothers with somebody, you're brothers with. They have the same blood coursing through their veins. So how do you make something beautiful out of that slavery? And that's what the Bilsby brothers are. That's what we're trying to do here.
I think getting back together with them was the most positive thing I could have done. It feels real good to be back with them. Do you miss Caleb?
Do I miss Caleb? What I miss from Caleb is the things that could have been. I don't really miss the bad times. I don't think about that. And in the times that I try to think about the few good times that there were, but I don't miss the bad times. It's hard to, I can't say I miss that. I am glad that he introduced me to music and got me interested in that, and actually encouraged me to do that stuff.
I think I could feel Pop in me all the time. I could really feel him uplifting me and guiding me and carrying me. And I know that he's happy that we pulled this off. I know it. Because if we have succeeded in any way, it's that we've brought ourselves back to a family again. And that's really the most amazing thing. And it's something that I really cherish. And I love the guys for.
Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name.
Family legacy. What my family legacy? That I was the leader of the Bilsby brothers. That's how I want to be remembered.
Would you really expect the three of these shitheads to put this together? Are you out of your fucking minds?
Look, I'm not going to lie about it. People are always asking about your brothers, your relationship with your brothers. Most of the time it's good. I mean, sometimes it's not. I mean, it's always a constant fight with my youngest brother, Smokey. I mean, I'm considerably older. He could show a little respect now and then. He just needs to understand that the band is just not all about him. There are other other
stop
players in
saying
the
bullshit,
band.
bro. You know I don't think that. Stop the. I mean, what the
Now,
fuck?
look at yourself now. This is why I'm talking. I can't even
Shut
get
the
a word.
fuck up, bro.
You're gonna touch my hat.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking touch you
my
because
hat.
you're not gonna say bullshit in front
That's
of the fucking
bullshit.
camera. That's fucking bullshit. I care about us. I care about the fucking
Let's
scene.
get the way you're carrying on. I'm just trying to get in my words, and you have to come
Dude,
in.
fuck you,
and
bro.
you jump in
That's
while
bullshit,
I'm
and you know it's
in the
bullshit. It's
middle
not
of
fair.
speaking.
It's not. Where the fuck were you? Where the fuck were you
Hey,
when I was out there?
Give me a break. We're going to talk about what happened.
Yeah, you know
20
what I
years
am.
ago
What
now.
the fuck do
20
you
years
care
ago.
about it?
Now's I told you. What's in the past is in the past.
You
We're
fucked
here
that
now.
over, and that's bullshit. You gonna say different?
He's my father.
You're gonna fucking say
He's
different?
supposed to take
You're gonna
care of
fucking
me.
say different? You're gonna fucking say different? You're gonna fucking
Break it
say
up. Break it up.
bullshit.
Let's break it up. All right.
And I tell you, this is what goes on. That's what goes on. I'll get sued for this mark on my neck.